Hello and welcome to AP Daily. My name is Dan Bonarigo and I teach at Riverside Brookfield High School, just outside of Chicago in Riverside, Illinois. This video is on topic 1.2 program function and purpose. In this video, we'll learn that all computing innovations are developed for a purpose, and this purpose guides the development of the innovation. All right, so what are we going to learn in this video? So the learning objective is just to be able to describe the purpose of a computing innovation. Pretty simple, all right? And the essential knowledge that you'll gain from this video is to understand that the purpose of computing innovations is to solve problems or to pursue interest through creative expression. An understanding of the purpose of a computing innovation provides developers with an improved ability to develop that computing innovation. All right, so let's take a look at an example or two. All right, so what are computing innovations, right? Well, I have a big list here of different types of computing innovations in three different categories. I have category of applications, I have the category of physical devices, and then I have the category of systems, right? And this is certainly not an all-inclusive list, right? This is just a bunch of examples getting you to think about all these different things that are computing innovations, all right? So in applications, right? So I have games on there, social media, business, productivity. So these are all different things that you download onto your computer or your phone or your tablet, something like that. So these are all things. These are software applications, right? And of course, they allow us to do all sorts of things, right? Our world, our lives are totally incomplete without applications. Okay. Now, another category is physical devices, right? Things that you hold in your hand, right? Or things that you put on your body, or things that sit on top of a table or something like that. Things that are physical, all right? You can touch them. All right. So some examples, obviously, computers, right? You have a laptop computer, you have a desktop computer, right? You go into a computer lab and you see all these, things sitting on tables, right? Okay, those are physical devices, right? Smartphones, right? Tablets, things that you hold in your hand, that you touch, that you interact with. All right. Smart things, right? Now that's weird. What is a smart thing? Well, a smart thing is maybe something that you're not always like touching or interacting with physically, all right, but they are communicating with your computer or your tablet or your phone or something like that, right? So maybe like your smart watch, right? Something that communicates. You have maybe a smart doorbell, a garage door opener, a lock, smart lock that you can, with your phone, you can unlock your front door, or, all of these different things. Maybe your refrigerator connects to like the internet and you can communicate with your refrigerator, your thermostat, uh, you know, um, you also have, there's the list is endless, right? And some of them are very, very useful. They allow you to do all sorts of different things that you couldn't do before. And then wearables, right? I already mentioned a smart watch, right? This is something that you wear on your body or on your clothes or something like that that helps you to do things that maybe you couldn't do before. All right. They have different things that you can like attach to your shirt or your shoes, or you think about certain life-saving devices like a pacemaker, right? This would, I guess, would be in the category of wearable. There are like smart insulin pumps, right, that people have attached to their bodies, that are essential for their daily lives, right? So these are physical devices, right? And then we have systems, right? These are things that people forget about, right? People just take them for granted, right? So e-commerce is a really big system. What is e-commerce? Electronic commerce. This is just how we shop, right? I mean, shop online, right? When you go to buy things online. All right. Cloud services, right? We think about all of the files that we're storing online. All right. This is an example of cloud services, right? We always refer to like storing things in the cloud, right? But really, that's just a system for how we access data and information that we're storing, not on our local machine. Right. And then Email, right? That's a really old, I mean, old, yeah, it's 30, 40 years old, but it's just electronic mail, right? It is a system that we use. All right. So these are all the examples. Now, so when we think about innovations created for a purpose, we want to think about the guiding questions when we're thinking about purpose. Why does this computing innovation exist? Right? Okay. What problem or problems does this computing innovation solve? Now, when we think about the word problem, sometimes we think like that has some kind of a negative connotation, right? Problem doesn't mean it's like a negative thing, right? It just means an issue. What does this computing innovation solve, right? What issue did we have? And now we don't have that issue anymore, right? And then the last question, what does the computing innovation allow us to do that we could not do before, right? So these are our guiding questions, okay? So now let's do a little bit of practice, all right? So I'm gonna give you a couple different computing innovations, and we want to think about what the purpose is, right? So let's describe the purpose of the following computing innovations. Now, before we start, remember the guiding questions. Why does this computing innovation exist? What problem or problems does the computing innovation solve? And what does the computing innovation allow us to do that we could not do before? All right. So, number one, social media applications. All right. So, what I want you to do is I want you to pause the video and I want you to think about what is the purpose of social media applications. All right. So, what did you come up with? All right. So, social media allows users to connect from a distance, right? And archive their activities, right? So these are, two different things that this computing innovation allows us to do, right? That we couldn't do before, or what problem or problems does it solve? Well, two people who live far across the country, right? Before social media, they could only call each other on the phone or write a letter, right? Or I suppose they could send an email, things like that. But now with social media, right, they can, connect, right? They can see what each other are doing. You can go back through, you can scroll through someone's profile and you can say, oh, they did this last week, they did this last month, things like that. It allows them to connect and be a part of each other's lives, right? And then it allows users to archive their activities, right? So if I go on my social media, I can scroll through my list and I can see, oh, this is what I did last week, last month, last year, 10 years ago, right? And so this is the purpose of social media. Now, there might be some other purposes of social media, right? But this is what I came up with. All right, let's think about another one. E-commerce. All right, so remember, e-commerce is uh, electronic shopping, right? So, why does this computing innovation exist? What problem or problems does the computing innovation solve? And what does the computing innovation allow us to do that we could not do before? All right, so pause the video and think about it. All right, so what does e-commerce? What's the purpose of e-commerce? Well, it allows users to save time and money by being able to shop from home, right? If I want to go buy something, I don't have to drive, 15, 20, 30 minutes to a particular store to find it, right? But not only that, I don't have to spend that time to go to the store. I also have the potential to save money, right? Because now I can look at one website, another website, and I can say, okay, this is the cheapest price without having to drive all around town trying to find that, right? So that's a purpose of e-commerce, right? Now, there are other things maybe that e-commerce, solves for us, but that's what I came up with. All right. And then lastly, let's take a look at a digital assistant device. All right. So let's go ahead and pause the video and think about what is the purpose of a digital assistant device. Keeping in mind, we want to think about why does the computing innovation exist? What problem or problems does the computing innovation solve? And what does the computing innovation allow us to do that we could not do before? All right. So what did you come up with? All right. So I came up with it allows users to control their devices hands free, making them safer while driving or more convenient when trying to multitask, right? So, digital assistant device, is it necessary, that you say, like, hey, put on this song for me, whatever device you're looking at? right? No, it's not necessary, but is it more convenient, right? Maybe I'm cooking and my hands are messy and I can't touch a screen, right? So it makes it's more convenient, right? Or I'm driving along and I, tell my, my phone in the car, like, hey, call my wife, right? And then it's much safer because now the phone call is automatically initiated without me having to unlock my phone and scroll to my wife's phone number and click that, right? And that could certainly, we've obviously seen all of the issues with people, you know, using their phone while they're driving, things like that. So, digital assistant device certainly can make us safer or is used for convenience, right? So, that's what we want to think about when we're thinking about purpose, right? Okay. All right. So, what should we take away? Well, we should be able to describe the purpose of a computing innovation right now and keep in mind those guiding questions. All right. And the essential knowledge that you've gained is that the purpose of a computing innovation is to solve problems or to pursue interest through creative expression. And to gain an understanding of the purpose of a computing innovation provides developers with an improved ability to develop that computing innovation. Thank you for joining this